Okay, trying out a little bit of a new system here to get myself situated to do my live stream. So we're live. I'm gonna set that aside. And so today I'm working on these collage panels that I started, I don't know, a few weeks back. And I'm trying this new setup, so hopefully this is gonna work today too. I don't know if it's going to work very well because I need to look at them and tilt them toward me, and then you won't be able to see it, so we'll see. So I thought I would work on two of them today. This one, I feel like it's pretty close to being done, but I wanted to put a glaze over the top of it and then see where else I might need to bring some dark for movement through this piece. And then I think this one's pretty much done. So I'm going to start with that one. And then this one, I was playing around with it a little bit earlier. I think I want to put a glaze on this one too. And then I don't know what this one is yet. That one needs more resolution. So anyway, I'm going to get started. I already mixed up a glaze here. I want to really warm this up. This might be a little too yellow, but we're just going to find out. And I'm just going to try to get, got to get myself some acrylic brushes one of these days. These are my watercolor brushes. I just haven't really worked with acrylics that much. So I'm going to put this on over this entire piece, and then we're going to wipe it back and see if that helps unify everything. And I have my computer up over here so I can see if anybody pops in and says hello. I can check on that every now and again and say hello back. I can actually see people's comments. I don't know why I wore a white shirt today. It's summer, and here I am painting, and I hope I don't get acrylic paint on my white shirt. So this is just an acrylic glaze to help kind of unify the overall piece. I should have cloth rags here, and I don't. I want to make sure I actually have a phrase on here, and it might be hard for you to see. There was a magazine fragment on there that said "A Way of Life Lost," and so I decided that that's going to be the title of this piece. I feel like I need a different cloth here, something this might work better. Wipe this back. It's got an overall glow to it now using that yellow. And then I think maybe coming back into here with some dark. I don't usually mix black when I'm painting with watercolor, but somehow with acrylic I've been really kind of struggling to mix a good black. I think I have to practice with it a little bit more. So I think that that's kind of an interesting... Oh, I forgot to turn my camera down. I knew I forgot something. Sorry about that. I've got to get used to this different camera angle, and maybe I won't end up using it very often. Okay, so we'll set this one aside. And maybe when it's dry, work on it a little bit more. Okay, so this one, I started coming in here. I wanted to really deepen the outside and lighten some of this inside, but I didn't want to lose all of this. Excuse me, there's a fly in here, and they're biting flies this year. It just landed on me. If you hear me yell, that's why. Every now and again, we get these flies around here every few seasons that are just house flies, but they bite you. Okay, so I really like the way this looks in the middle. I added a few more collage pieces, and I'm just not really sure. The way you're looking, I mean, I'm showing it to you. I was liking this orientation for this. But I want to bring this whole thing together. So that's why I wanted to try once again to use a glaze. And this time I've got a blue glaze and try to unify it. There's a lot of different colors going on in this. And then see where I can take it. I started to see a couple of different things in this, like the idea of a cave or a portal. But then I also had this idea of a distant landscape and then something happening up here. So I don't know yet. I'm going to put this glaze on and see what happens. I see a couple comments here. Hello, everybody. And what am I painting? I like to do collage, random collage work on a panel. That's what this series is all about. And then I add some paint and wipe things off and just sort of play with it a little bit. I sand it down first, then I put some paint on it. And then I try to see what comes, happens. What do I see happening in the piece? And so I don't really come at my work with a preconceived notion very often. I mean, sometimes I do. I'll go out and paint a landscape, but for this kind of abstract work, I just let the painting reveal itself to me, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this blue on here, and we're going to wipe some of that off. So I don't know, it might affect this. It's got watercolor in here. It's a pretty heavy blue. And see if we can unify this and then wipe some of it off. Bring it together and then see where it goes from there. Some of the other paint and stuff I had under there was still wet. That white was still wet. So let's see what happens now. I'm going to wipe this off. And who knows, I might have ruined some of the stuff that I really liked in the middle, but I'm just going to go with it. Yeah, it did get rid of some of my cool texture that I had in there. Hello, everybody. So I lost some of what I liked in the middle there, but I like the way this kind of darkened. And so I'm going to go back to working on this again up here. I'm not sure. I added this collage and it just feels a little bit busy here and like it needs to be lighter. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that yet. I like this outer part. And maybe I need to look at it from the same way that you're looking at it. And turning it is, a lot of times I just turn it to see what strikes me or what I notice about it. This was the way I thought I was going to like it. And right now I'm really not happy with this. It needs to be lighter and more interesting. I don't know, I might need to wait till it dries and sand this middle part back. I just don't love that. But let's see, let's just play with it a little bit more. This glaze is dry enough. If I'm jumpy, it's the fly. Flies. Okay, let's see. What else could I do with this center part? Sorry, my lighting is not the best today either. I had glare on my painting. I hope it's not too dark for you all. Put some white back in here. And then I want to use some of this powder that I like to use. That's a watercolor powder. This fly is biting me. All right. I think I'm going to use this yellow ochre if I can get it to come out. I don't know why it's... This is a watercolor powder. You just make a teeny hole in it so that you don't dump it all over the place. A little goes a long way. I think I might need to make a bigger hole in that one. We'll try some of this. This is sandstone. I think this might have been the color that I had in there before. This fly will not leave me alone. It's biting my legs. I tried to get it before the live stream and I kept missing it. So what this will do is it'll spread. I really like the way that ends up looking after a while. I'll give it a couple minutes. And maybe I'll blend these edges a little bit as well. Sorry. I don't have any blue in this. I wish I had a blue. I'm going to have to order some more. I do like this sienna. I think that I had some of that in here earlier, and then I covered over it. Oh, I am so sorry. This fly, this is embarrassing. I've got this fly that will not stop biting me underneath my table. If I seem fidgety, that's why. Oh. It might be one of those years. We just had a big rain yesterday for the first time in about 10 days here in Michigan. And I think all the insects decided to hatch at once. I live out in the country, and so yes, we have lots of bugs. So I'm not loving this muddy color up here. I think it's because that mixed with the white, and I don't love that. And maybe I'll blot a little bit more of that up. I need some kind of a dry brush, which I don't really have. I need a dry acrylic brush. I need to get some acrylic brushes. I would like to, kind of scrub this, but it should be dry to do that. Scrub this edge a little bit. That blended that a little more than I would like to. Oh, I don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna keep playing with it. I like how the outside edges are dark, and I like how this is light. And I think I need to transition it out from this lighter area to these edges without it being muddy. And right now I'm not sure what that should be. I like this brown. Maybe I need to use a little bit of some like a terracotta again, or a sienna brown. Let's see, I'm looking to see what else I have. So I come at this without any preconceived ideas of where I'm headed. So sometimes I have to reach for a few things. I'll get an idea. This is interesting. This is a pewter mica spray. Tarnished brass. I try not to have any fear with this. I'm not trying to create any masterpieces here. I'm just trying to see what happens when I play around with this a little bit. Oh, this mica spray is kind of cool. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it though. It's almost like a glitter. Okay, that's not exactly what I want to do. Let's see, what else could I do in here? I'm just really not sure. I really want to use this yellow ochre, but I don't have anything to poke a better hole with it in here. Well, I guess this will work. My X-Acto blade. Not sure if that's working. I really want this color. Why it's there was a piece of plastic there. I think that works now. At least I think it's coming out. That's the piece of plastic. Still in here. Well, I'll be part of the piece. Okay, this has been a tough one for me. I've really put a lot of layers on here and not knowing where it's headed still. I think I like it a little bit better. It's starting to integrate into the edges. And I like that this collage doesn't stand out as much anymore. And it's just kind of texture now. So I like that. Not sure I can do too much else with this today because it needs to dry a little bit. Let me set this one aside. I might not do a very long live stream today because I'm not sure what else I can really work on. This is pretty interesting, I think. I need some other dark in here, and maybe I can try to do a little bit with that. I think it's dry enough. Let me move these out of the way. And I feel like there's a lot happening in this. That overall gold, that yellow that I glazed on top helped bring it together, but it needs some darks that move through here, and I'm not really sure what that should look like at this point. I might just use, if I can find it, I have some acrylic. Oh, here they are. These are sticks. Like, I think I got these at Target. They're paint sticks. And I think I would like to try, just maybe coloring a little bit on this in a few places and see if I can, help it a little bit more to feel like your eye doesn't just leave the piece. And maybe blend this in. Where did I set it down? Oh, right here. The fly has landed on my screen of my computer now. And of course, I don't have the fly swatter anymore. It's crawling around on my screen. Oh, the joys of country living. Okay, so this one is called A Way of Life Lost. And that was just happened to be a magazine scrap that I had collaged in there, and I liked it. I decided that that's what I would call this piece. I think that really, I don't know what I should title my live stream today. Painting in the studio with biting flies. I'm going to look at it myself a second here. I don't know about this movement here, if I'm happy with that or not. And also, this is maybe not the right green. I like it that there's some of this like green in here. This is not the right green, but if I mix it with a little bit of the black, I think I might like that. There's a little bit of it, like almost a greenish yellow. I think that glaze really made it interesting. And I could even glaze over it a little bit more again. Just go ahead and put some more of this glaze on here. I think it needs a smoother cloth. think I'm pretty happy with this one. I think this might be done. Sometimes I like to come back and look at it and see if it needs anything else. It might need a little bit more of a light area that's a focal point. I mean, I like this. I didn't want to cover this up where it says a way of life. I think you're kind of losing it now. Can't really see it. I might try using a little bit of this white in here. Get some contrast. Maybe I'll just use my fingers. Because I like this, have a little bit more contrast there. I think it might be done. Well, let's see. I think that that's probably going to be it for today. I apologize for if you're watching the replay. Let me turn my camera up here a second. I'm going to see if I'm in the shot now. There's a little bit of a delay between, when I'm talking and what I see on my screen over there. So anyway, thanks for joining me today live, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you're on the replay, thanks for it's kind of been a crazy live stream today because of the biting flies. So anyway, I think this one's done, A Way of Life Lost, and I think that this one, I think the verdict is still out here on what's happening with this one. I think I need to spend some more time with it, and I think I like the direction it's headed in terms of I like the contrast between the dark and the light, and I don't know, let it dry and take another look at it and see. I like to turn it different ways and see if something, I notice something about it that really speaks to me, or sometimes it's just completely abstract, and sometimes it looks like a landscape, or it reminds me of a human figure or an animal or something, but this one right now, it's pretty abstract. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me here, and I'll be back. I won't be back Wednesday. Normally I'm here on Wednesdays, but unfortunately I am unable to do a live stream Wednesday, but I'll be back a week from today on Saturday. So until then, hope you'll check out some of my other replays and some of my other playlists. See you then.